Hey folks, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Frostpunk 2 in the city of New London. And with a whiteout on the way, things are about to get very, very difficult for us indeed. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to AMD for sponsoring the series of Frostpunk 2. This is the last sponsored video, but don't you guys worry, we will be continuing the series because I am having a very, very good time. Now, of course, the sweepstakes for that Frostpunk 2 graphics card is still going on, so if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description down below, and of course, you can still learn more about the game itself. So how the heck are we going to survive against this upcoming storm? Right now we're burning through a lot of our oil, just getting all the extra production. And as much as I do like that we're getting a lot of extra stuff, it just doesn't seem that smart to leave the surplus on, because right now I'd rather be building up a big stockpile, because when we start having some serious problems with the cold, y'all know we're going to burn through this very, very quickly. There are a few things I know I need to do. My squalor is starting to boost a lot because the generator has gotten a lot dirtier. So let's make sure that we do place things like some additional ventilation towers to try and keep that under control. We've also got 40 teams. We still have no idea really what we'd want to do about this station, but I have no more cores to speak of. Oh, speaking of cores. So there is something we can do with those. I was looking at this. There's another generator upgrade. Upgrade level 3. It would be really good. Oil produces even more heat, and overdrive is safer. Construction, 40 cores to build this thing, a hyperdrive regulator. Sounds great. 40 cores? Frick, dude. What is this I see down here, by the way? A geothermal plant. You know, I'll bet you this actually would work with the hot springs. Could we go to the hot spring, build it, get a geothermal plant, and send some more heat back to the city? Wouldn't that be interesting? Maybe. I'm looking for anything that's going to start boosting up our heat in some way, because it's about to get a lot worse. We could do crop selection. This is an adaptability technology only, but the base heat demand of food districts is significantly decreased. That's worth something. The heat dispatcher, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it would get me a lot of heat. It's basically just spend a lot of your workforce in order to get a lot of heat. That's all it is. Is that worthwhile? Maybe. I feel like there are other things we could do. Like getting a charcoal plant. 20 materials turning into 150 coal doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem that bad at all, if I'm honest. So we could do something like this. That'd be a way of getting more coal that we're then turning into more oil. It's an option if we're desperate. We also haven't done, like, any city research. We probably should. So, for example, worker compensation. Equal pay? I don't know about that one, but efficiency bonuses. Hey, production efficiency increased? Yes, please. Equal pay. What is this, communism? I don't know, actually. Has communism got any entrenchment of the lore of steampunk stuff? I have no idea. Hey, this food district is gone. Oh, no. All right, well, we'll have to dismantle all of this now. Feels bad, man, but we do have a lot of food, and I have a way to get a lot more food. All we have to do is get out to this fertile soil with a deep deposit. And so far, we haven't even accessed the deep deposits over here, or have we? No, I have not built the deep drill that was in this area, so there's 200 million more food to be had in here. We should actually make sure that we build that, now that I think about it. Let's do that now. Oh, no, but I need cores! Shoot. Yeah, we went through all of our cores. I better figure that out. The nomads received their promised oil. We did give up 30,000. That was not a small amount of oil. That was so much. But all is forgiven. This shelter is now your shelter. Our graves are now your graves. So we're not going to get raided. Okay, we delivered that. That is done, and they have left. Okay, good. So, steam cores. I really wanted to repair these automatons because it seemed like it'd be really cool to do. But do I need 1,200 workforce, or do I need cores? I feel like the answer, weirdly enough, is I need the cores. It feels bad, man, but I'm doing fine on that. I've got to get cores at some point. If we do not have any more, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of good stuff. We have 35 teams remaining. Where else could I explore that might have some cores for me? This valley might. Let's go there. 23 to go here into the mountains. Sure, let's go looking. I've got to find more stuff. We do have a new law that's currently in proposal. Outpost operation extraction strongholds. Oh, yes, the production efficiency for the outposts. Yes, please. I do want that. I thought this was already enacted. Maybe this is a separate law compared to what we were already doing. We had the docks built up last time, which should have increased production by a fair bit. So there we go. Vote has been held. The extraction strongholds is now done. So if I go back to the city, we're making a pretty good amount of extra resources. That was a little bit of extra oil and stuff. It's not bad. We are still behind where we want to be on our goods production. I do feel like it's kind of hard to keep up with goods sometimes. You know? Feels like it's a little bit difficult to make enough of this stuff. We go through quite a lot. I do have another empty building slot, so I could get some more goods production. We've got enough materials, it makes sense. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. But without the cores, that kind of leaves just the mechanical factory. And for now, at least, that's fine. That's all I need. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling quite nervous about this upcoming whiteout. The temperature's about to drop once again. So things are only going to get worse at some point here. I did get a liquefactor, right? Yeah, so that's getting me 88 oil right now. At the cost of how much of my coal? 100 coal is becoming 88 oil. Okay. So, wait a minute. What that would mean, though, is that I could get the charcoal, and I should be able to get, like, 20 materials into 150 coal, which is more than I would need in order to get 88 oil. Like, is that actually a pretty darn good way of getting a lot of oil? It might be. I've got no idea. Separated families. Oh, right, because we only allowed the productive outsiders. Do we allow families to stay together? Well, increases the percentage of active workers in the population less efficiently. I'm going to do that because on a moral standpoint, I feel like that's still kind of the right thing to do. Don't separate the families. Plus, I have enough workforce. I can kind of afford that. Like, I really feel like my population's doing quite well right now. I'm very nervous about the fact that squalor's only getting worse still. That generator is spewing everything awful into the air right now. I assume more ventilation towers do stack, right? Extremely decreased by ventilation tower. Yeah. I assume that more only continues to boost that up. I hope I'm right on that. I'd be very sad if I weren't. We will get another hospital up and running since disease is slightly going up. All right, temperature is about to drop. So much more population. So much more population just appeared out of nowhere. Gosh, dang it. Seriously, it just keeps going. Talk of a protest. The pilgrims are unbearably tense. They see your current efforts as utter folly and spit on the ground whenever you enter the council. If there wasn't a whiteout at our door, we would be out of here with our fists held high, dragging the city to a halt. I thought they were about to say they'd drag me out of the council hall. It's like, that's a threat. I got mechanized police now, so don't do that. We could ignore them, but we may consider placating them before the weather worsens. Okay, we have to keep them at least neutral, huh? Repeal the machine-centric shifts. Research the frontier footholds. Alright, I will research this. Oh wow, they actually are quite angry. Well, I don't have enough heat stamps to placate them, but hold on. Stalwarts, I'm sure it will be they won't give me any funds either. Okay. New Londoners, give me money. I'm sorry to make you upset. I'm sorry. Fund their projects, boost the relations. It's not much. It really isn't much, is it? Yeah, I'm watching tensions start to go up. It's because of all of these problems with things like squalor and disease and so on. I don't see any evidence that the ventilation tower is making this any better. I really don't. So, how do you deal with squalor at this point? It says it's diminishing, actually. So even though it's not showing that it's more than just extremely decreased, I do think it is going down. Yes, the cold is bad. I am aware. I'm sorry. I'm working on it, for God's sake. Alcohol could shut you all up, though. Heat stamps income per capita significantly increased. Or trust. Much as I like the trust, getting a lot of heat stamps would be great. Let's do that. And maybe it'd be worth getting some additional other kinds of hubs. Could we get ourselves like a heating hub over here? Yeah, if we do that, we would create a lot of heat. Now, would this actually help me, though? Because the heat demand, well, actually, the heat demand is still high in a few places. 50 right there, 20 over there. Yeah, actually, you know, no, okay, fine. It would make sense. Doesn't cost me a lot of materials, only costs me some workforce, greatly improves our heat in a lot of places. I think that's worth it. Do it. Let's see if this actually greatly increases the amount of oil that's available. Yeah, the temperature's dropped. It's now minus 60 degrees. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Minus 29 becomes... Can you stop pausing, please? That did nothing. Minus 20... That's it? We only saved 4 oil out of all of that? Really? Additional modifiers... Yeah, no, it's worth a fair bit. It's just that the temperature is that cold. Frickin' heck, dude. The stalwarts are rallying once again. Another dense housing district. Okay. So I guess this is just going to keep happening. They're going to densify districts here and there, and we can decide what we want. Well, you know what? This time we're going to take the heat stamps. A little bit of extra income doesn't seem bad. We're up to 50 a week. In fact, I just got an achievement for doing it. Hooray. And this district is going away. Bye. But we do have steam cores now. So I could get myself one of those deep melting drills, boost up our food. What other ideas could I do that would make a big difference right now? The alcohol's gonna be nice for the income. Mandatory unions? Nah. Trust falls slightly from labor oversight. Production efficiency's not bad, we'll take it. Oh, we ran out of something over here too. Okay, so this extraction district is now useless. We'll go ahead and demolish that next. Oh boy, we're building a lot right now, but we are starting to run out of a lot of things that I really care about, and more stuff just got damaged. I think it's the one that we actually are now dismantling, so who cares? It's fine. We need to have more ways of getting rid of this squalor. It continues to be a huge problem. There is a solution to that. Under resources, we could get a waste management facility. Costs a steam core, but squalor is extremely decreased. Man, again, the adaptability seems like the better solution, if I'm honest. Like, I've done so much to get myself extra workforce that these are just better. They are. It's just better. I like it better than going for progress. I'm trying really hard to do this, but like, I really prefer some of these options. I'm gonna research the adaptability. I have opportunities to get more progress elsewhere. I do, okay? We're gonna have to do that. Good God. You know, I'm starting to get a kind of familiar feeling in my gut right now. This little tension starting to build. I'm like, bad things are about to start happening here, right? Yep, sure enough. What do we got down over here? A languid herd. I thought it said hero for a second. No, it's food. I mean, yeah, it's fine. It would cost me some teams to run this, but it's fine. What over here? Erect warehouse. Cores! All right. Take the cores. Let's go ahead and start harvesting the food. It's not a lot of food, but it is some food, so I'll take it. How are we looking in the dreadnought? We've actually got more population than I technically need. We're not producing enough oil over here. Hold on. We're gonna be running out in 14 weeks. Oh, God. So you're telling me that I need to get myself another fracturing pump jack. Yeah, we're getting quite a lot of squalor out of all of this as well. All right, so I need a few more workers over here. Just a little bit more. Just another 100 or so will do. Thank you. Gosh, this is getting a little intensive, isn't it? Just a wee little bit intensive. Yes. All right, unemployed officially. Watching the tables, they claim they'll spend these funds to help their community, but I know these pilgrims' bigwigs will end up here eventually. They always do. Courtesy of the steward. You have repeatedly funded the pilgrims' projects. Apparently this is a reaction to the fact that I have funded them a lot. Well, I have funded them a lot because I'm trying to shut them up a lot. But okay, good to know that people apparently aren't liking that. That's probably fine. We'll go ahead and promote this faction again. Not a lot of people joining, though. It seems like we're kind of capping out on how many people can join the extremist factions. Frostlanders, I'm willing to make you a promise. If maybe, disease slightly decreased. Maybe we want to do this. I'm willing to consider passing something if it makes you happy enough that you can de-radicalize the pilgrims a little bit more for me. 40 weeks to repeal the machine-centric shifts. Yeah, this is reducing workforce. I could switch over to weather adjusted, though. That would be okay. And even though I lose a little, losing the production's a problem. But I don't like having the squalor right now. I can't handle it. So... But this also saves me heat. Maybe weather adjusted shifts would be smart. I'll research it. I don't promise to enact it, but I'll research it. Oh, a new law being proposed. What do we have here? The worker compensation efficiency bonuses. Production efficiency goes up. Can't negotiate. I've made too many promises. Let's do some guided voting. Relations with people who are opposed to this will go down. But it's a way to do this. No, I don't want to say you want to go against it. All right, we'll risk it. Let's just go ahead and pass it. That's a free production bonus for me, which is good because I don't think we would have gotten enough votes if I hadn't done that. So we get a little bit more there. All right, the stalwarts are promoting merit. We're starting to hurt relations with a lot of people. Uh-oh. I'm going to go ahead and get the charcoal plants. I think it is time to do that. Gosh, dang though, but the adaptability is just objectively better here. Again. Disease goes up, but I can handle that. Less heat demand. More coal output. I can afford the workforce. This is such a weird position to be in. Okay. I'm starting to hear more whispers and stuff in the background. People are talking to me. It's making me feel like bad things are gonna happen in my city. Oh, is this the whiteout? This is a nice little thing from Frostpunk 1 where you actually could see the storm approaching. Does this give me actually an idea of how big it is? Maybe when the whiteout hits, we'll have a chance to kind of see just how bad it really is gonna be and how much longer it will take for it to go away. It looks like it's only gonna last like a couple of weeks. Like, it could be worse, right? I feel like it could be a lot worse. Did we never build? I never did build the extra food over here. Technically speaking, I'm okay on food right now, so I guess I'm not worried about it. The only thing I care about right now is just heat. Where else could I place something that would get me a lot of heat savings? We could place another over here. It would boost some. Yeah, that's something. What about over this way? There's got to be a few districts where I can get some value here. There's a couple of areas here and there where we could hit a lot of housing all at once. That said, though, the housing I feel like is... Oh, God. Never mind. Yeah, the demand is pretty darn high. Okay, I was going to say we had gotten it to a point where it had 0, but not anymore. Alright, we'll build a hub over there for sure. And we'll build some more in a couple other places. Like over here could get a lot of value. Sure. Believe it or not, over here it looks like would get me a lot of value too. Sure. Look, I'm trying. If I've got the materials to go around, if I've got the workforce to go around, we should greatly increase the amount of heat value we get and save this dang oil. In fact, what I should do is probably go to the generator and start overdriving again a little bit just to reduce a little further. Right? That saves me a little bit. I'll have to turn it off before we get too close to the whiteout, but hopefully that'll be enough to keep me afloat. And yeah, over here in this area, we do have enough people to go ahead and get that last one of these fracturing pump jacks. I guess we'll place it over here is fine. Would it make sense to get a train? I don't know if it gets me enough. We tried this out before and it didn't get enough efficiency. I assume that's still the case, even if we have a lot of buildings that are working. But yeah, this last little bit of extra oil, we can send all that stuff back home. I just need every bit I can get. Every tiny bit. Really, though, I am actually starting to feel the panic set in. This is a very familiar feeling right now. It is setting in right now, for sure. 100% it is. Alright, we're actually not making enough food anymore. So, tell you what, yeah, let's go ahead and just work our way over to this infinite source. It's worth having it as an option, right? I think it's gotta be. Alright, cool. So we'll go ahead and build out over here. We have space to put down a stockpile nearby. That's great. My scouts should be returning. Charcoal regeneration plant. New building proposed by the Frostlanders. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, there it is. We have it now, so we probably should start using it. Be a way of getting a lot of extra coal. I don't need the advanced foundries. I do need the waste management facilities, but I've also made promises to people that I would go and research different things. Whether I actually want these or not may be a different thing, but I promised I would vote. I would just go ahead and research it. It only takes 4 weeks. Let's just get it out of the way. Look, I keep my promises, okay? I may not like some of these people, but I keep my freaking promises. All right, what's new? Did we discover anything useful? We found Winter Palace, the Old Empire, a possible settlement that can produce goods? Well, that could be very, very useful. Okay, but right now it's blocked by the storm. This is familiar. An IEC storage over here as well. Again, blocked by storm. Nothing we can do. Oh, that's why we're not getting enough food. I can't take anything out of this anymore. Right. Well, it all makes sense. Let's launch some more expeditions then. We're going to go to the plains. And we're going to go to... I don't want to go to the Cursed Valley right now. That just gets me people, and I don't need people. But more food and more cores? Sure, that's attractive. I'm one team short from being able to explore some other places. I mean, again, considering how important exploration is for us, I think it might be worth just expanding this district, get a few more teams. Won't take long, won't cost me much. It's worth it, it's worth it, it's worth it. Notice how much extra oil we're making right now, by the way. This is looking good. Labor oversight, placed on the council's agenda. This one is not looking great. Negotiate. The New Londoners are open to the idea. Fund their projects. Yeah, I'm good with that. Research and hold a vote for mechanized scouts. Funding their projects is a pretty cheap way to do things. We'll just go ahead and do this and secure the vote. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to cost me all my heat stamps, but that just goes ahead and solves the problem. You know, one thing that we could really use? Trust. And one way we could actually get some trust is literally to go to hubs over here, and we could research the communication hub. That would work. So with the communication hub, we could start getting trust in neighboring districts. Yeah, that could be worthwhile. A little expensive, but it would work. Everyone agrees this is a brilliant propaganda strategy. The pilgrims are increasingly a problem over here, though. Look, I'm trying to do what I promised for you. Trust rises a little bit, but look at that. I mean, okay. The Frostlanders are a little happier, but that's kind of it. And that's not enough to get them to de-radicalize. I need to make these guys much, much, much happier. Oh, God. Okay, what else can we do? What else can we do? What would make sense? Prisons! Yeah! No, maybe? I'm not really worried about the crime right now, but this would be an option for us. We did promise to do another research somewhere over here. We said we would research the weather-adjusted shifts. Yeah, losing the efficiency would suck, but it'd be another way to reduce some of the squalor and also the heat demand, which seems smart. So I'm actually totally willing to consider adjusting our laws based on what they recommend. I think that is a completely fair thing to do. What do we have here? There's the charcoal regeneration. This would go in an extraction district, and I don't have enough money to go around, but yeah, you know, go ahead and just start getting the extra coal. Though right now I've got more coal than I know what to do with, so really what I want is just more coal liquefactors, which, by the way, just, you know, creates more squalor. How's the overdrive looking right now? High enough that I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, which means we're down to only 15 oil. Question, by the way, surplus injectors. The bigger the surplus, the bigger the output, up to 15%. I was going to say, can you cheese this in a way where you have, like, barely any surplus, you put this in there and you get a full 15% bonus? No, you don't. So we could do this, and it would be a way of getting a teeny bit of extra production. And by a teeny bit, it means a frick ton. Look at this. Look how much more food and how much extra materials and stuff you would get. That's not bad. For 15 oil, that's not bad, dude. Especially since I'm making how much extra oil here? Oh my god! Okay, hang on. I think we're fine now, actually. I don't know what I was so worried about. I think we're completely fine. Let's go ahead and start transferring a lot more oil back to the city. I will leave behind some for a stockpile build-up here, but, like, yeah, that's 235 more oil. Then again, if I do this, I am going to burn a lot more. Hold on, let's just see. So I'll transfer the resources. Now we're making, if I turn this off, it is still substantial, but it's not as much as I would have thought. For 250 oil, that is not a linear relationship right there. The 15 oil actually gave me a lot more value per oil. So in this case, I think actually it's weirdly enough better not to do this. So let's pull back. Go back to, let's say, 19 extra oil, all right? So if we do this, we have 39 to 218. Turn this on. That's still most of the benefit. Unless it's got to readjust again or something. But, like, this makes me think that what you do is you keep most of the oil in the new dreadnought and you trickle extra into the city in order to get huge production bonuses. That actually is ludicrous. What else can I research that would help me right now? I mean, I think we're actually okay when it comes to oil and heat right now. I think we're all right. I'm not worried about anything down here in the Frostland. I could do some stuff here in the city. This is new. What do we have here? Hold on. Drugs manufactories? Drugs? Heat stamp, upkeep, disease, production efficiency goes up. We're just giving people caffeine. Poverty eradication. Hard labor camps. That gets rid of crime, all right. Uh-huh. Workplace control. Production efficiency is significantly increased, but it is a radical idea with empowered management. Leisure. Pleasure clubs. Oh, no. Interesting. Yeah, these are things you could do. I don't think it's smart, but it's things you could do. Okay. So we could get some better housing blocks. I definitely don't want to go for the heat stamp upkeep. I'd rather go for dense housing blocks. That could be a thing. Society. Is there anything I want to do under treatment? Experimental treatment. We could do this. This is something that I know I needed in order to finish an event out in the Frostlands. So I'll go ahead and do this right now. Okay, we apparently just got a lot more people because now I don't have enough housing again. Oh my god. Another pop-up. The elevator broke. It's the newcomer kids, I'm sure. The little imps ride it up in day, breaking the elevator. Yeah, the productive outsiders and kept the families together. What do they contribute to the city? Some people are genuinely heartless, but you know, that's kind of what this game creates, is a very cold-hearted, and I mean that in every possible pun, community for people who have to survive in the worst possible conditions. That's exactly what we're seeing here. A bunch of meanies. Okay, hold a vote on the outpost upkeep. This is going to get rid of something that I already had, I think, which is not what I want. We're going to have to hold a vote. I'm not going to negotiate on this one. It is what it is. If we reduce upkeep, we reduce upkeep, but I'd rather keep what we already had. All right, there we go. It passes by literally one vote. Okay, that's fine. I got another achievement. I passed 20 laws in a single playthrough. Yeah, I did do that. Well, we're building out a few more housing districts, so we're gonna be fine here. The whiteout's almost here. By your leave, a supply run. The pilgrims are sending their strongest travelers out before the whiteout to search for supplies. They don't appear to be asking. I could supply them with food, I could let them leave, or stop them. Sure. If they leave and die, that actually helps me politically, but you know what? If they die, I win. If I give them food and they owe me, I still win. So we're gonna send them food because I've got a massive stockpile of extra food right now. A bunch just left. Okay. There we go. We'll do it. Hey, maybe they find something. Maybe they do. Maybe they find something and it's great for everybody. I'm not opposed. We're all in this together. Yeah, that... Oh god, that just brought up a song in my head that I really did not want to remember. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the Dreadnought here. I'm gonna go ahead and start we have 70,000 oil in the city. I was gonna say, before we get hit, maybe we should just go ahead and send some. You know what? We could actually, yeah, rather than burn the surplus oil, we could just send them 5,000 units. No. Other way around. Other way around. There we go. Yeah, that's probably fine. I want there to be enough oil in the city that we know we're okay. But I don't want to have more than like 15 plus, because then we know we're not getting as much value out of the injectors. I could be totally wrong on how that works. It does feel kind of weird, but from what I just tested, it seemed like it was right. Anyway, new research. What next? What next? Pharmaceuticals. Disease decreased, research speed goes up. I mean, yeah, sure, it seems pretty good. Increased research speed, reduce laboratories' effect on diseases. What about parenthood? Communal parenthood? That's more workers. I don't really care about that. Let's go ahead and start getting things like the communication hub. Or, no. Let's get the waste management facilities out of the way. Let's just go ahead and research those next. Our research speed is very, very fast. We're getting through this stuff quick. More teams just arrived from the Frostland. Anything that could save me? Another familiar herd of food. We'll come back to that later. A crashed dirigible. Sure. Some cores sound great. Let's go ahead and grab those. I don't know, by the way, if my teams need to get recalled or if they could die in the whiteout. That was a risk in the first game. I have no idea if it's true here. The Lovers, 2 automatons. Take their cores or repair them. Gain workforce. At this point, I'm starting to think we like the cores. My workforce is great. Our population's great. But getting more cores could eventually lead to the hyperdrive regulator. And we all know that's going to be great. 50,000 materials? Holy cram. Yeah, sure, go ahead and grab that too. Let's make sure we have enough of a stockpile available. We don't. Let's fix that. Temperature is going to be dropping here in just a minute. We all know it's coming. We still haven't had to enact almost any emergency shifts, by the way, for this entire game, which I think is interesting. Sure, let's mobilize more of these guard squads. I got 67 so far. These seem permanent. Like, this seems pretty good. All right, our scouts are arriving just before the storm hits. Good. Do we allow for the experimental treatment? I want it. What can we do here? Heat overclocking, production efficiency. Or the extraction strongholds. Try this one again. I mean, yeah, I'd rather reenact this. I really would, but all right, we'll go ahead and research something new instead. That'll be fine. Vote, dang it, vote! And we did manage to raise trust here with the Frostlanders. Good, okay, can we de-radicalize the Pilgrims? Yes. The relations with them goes down, but it was already terrible. Less of them is great for me right now. Okay, just wait for those teams to get in here. Temperature's gonna drop. We're about to see just how bad this is. For real, it's gonna be bad. We all know it. The overdrive hasn't quite recovered yet either. Okay. Yep, we go down to minus 169. Holy frick! Wow! 794! Okay, guys. It's no big deal. We're gonna be fine. Oh, no! I'm not getting any oil from the Dreadnought anymore, am I? No, I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure nothing can get delivered. Which makes perfect sense. I also can't see almost anything in these goggles right now. Overdrive on! Alright, that helps. It's cold. There ain't no way around it. It is freaking cold right now. Holy cram. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We have a heat surplus nonetheless. We're okay. We're just burning through the oil. But this is why we made ourselves a massive stockpile. As things are right now, I can last for 32 weeks like this. Thank God this is not going to be that long of a storm. It's here. The cold. We're gonna die. No, we won't. Shut up. Someone slap that person. And we're gonna keep doing research. What, you guys thought that we were gonna stop? That's ridiculous. We're not gonna stop. Let's learn about food energy efficiency so that it costs us less energy to make food or something. This is dramatic, by the way. I love the lighting change. This looks so cool. Those left behind in the whiteouts. Uh-oh. The Pilgrims have accused the stalwarts of indoctrinating Pilgrim children. Okay, kids began leaving for the stalwarts in droves as soon as the Pilgrims left. I'm not doing it, it's just the children want to be here. Okay, punish the stalwarts? Why? I don't see what they've done. Or there was no ill intent. Yeah, no, there was. The stalwarts gained members. This is fine. Indoctrinate the children's. I mean, we're not really doing that, but like, if we did, I wouldn't punish you for it. Oh, God. It's so cold it hurts. Yeah, no freaking kidding. Let's research those communication hubs. I need to make sure that everyone knows. Oh, wait, which one did I just... Hang on, which one did I just research? I didn't mean to do that. They're all the same. Doesn't matter. Okay, I guess we just go ahead and do it for the stalwarts. It's fine. I want to convince everyone that we are the best steward. We're the best for the job. We've made it through, I think, half of the storm. We pop out over here. Yep, that's about right. Half the storm. The temperature's gonna be rising a lot pretty soon. Let's research the maintenance hub as well. Being able to save on materials would be great. Why am I suddenly down in the negatives? Oh, I bet you the other outposts no longer can deliver to me. This'll change. It'll pass in a few weeks. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We've almost made it. Just a little bit more. 670 died from a generator malfunction? Whoa! Frick me! I didn't realize that the overdrive had gone up to 97 already. Glad we turned that off. This is blue. I don't see red, okay? I do not see red. Everything is a nice colorish of blue and purple right now. That's all I've got. No gradients. More people just died from a malfunction. Oh, God. Oh, God! And our heat just went down. Why did we lose all the oil already? Has it really been 32 weeks? Ah! Come on, come on. We just gotta hold on a little bit longer. Hold on a little bit longer. Raise that temperature. Raise that temperature. Jasons! Okay. Okay. Oh, God. So that was extremely bad. But I think we just finished chapter 2. Whiteouts are still a threat. Ice turns to steam as the whiteout wanes, but it's clear that we are far from keeping New London warm forever. The whiteouts aren't gone. What will we do if the horrors of the whiteout years return? Asked the stalwarts. If we want to withstand them without fear, we must improve the generator even more. And that will require a great deal of cores. Dozens. We only know of one site with so many cores. The metal roots of Winterhome's ruined generator. Winterhome! Hell yeah! I remember Winterhome! Alright, change of plans, ladies and gentlemen! We're going to frickin' Winterhome! Does this actually start chapter 3, though? Because that's what I want to see. Also, I desperately need oil. Please, for God's sake, give me more oil. Alright. Chapter 3. Return to Winterhome. Frick yes! Yes! Every reference to Frostpunk 1 just makes me so much happier. Colonize Winterhome. Past the gorge, in the Cursed Valley, I know where that is, lies the failed city of Winterhome. Our scouts have avoided the ruins for years, yet without its cores, we cannot upgrade the generator to its full potential. We must reach for Winterhome and chart the area around it. This is going to take time, it says. It will pose a significant challenge. So take our time, don't rush it. Got it. Okay, well, this is a perfect place to end this video. But first, can you please deliver some oil again? Can we please have some excess oil? I really need the oil now. Didn't do anything. Okay, well, we're burning through our coal, but that's okay. As long as we're alive, we're alive. Jeezums, I need to recover after all of that. That was bad. That was really... I was feeling so confident going into it, and no. No. Alright, we're gonna end this video here. Thank you all very much for watching, and one more time, thank you AMD for sponsoring this series. I had a lot of fun with this. I will continue playing, don't you guys worry. But AMD, you know what? You guys pulled out the stops. Thank you so much. If you guys do want to still participate in that sweepstakes, please remember that that does exist in the description down below. Just click that link, and you'll go straight to it. In the meantime, please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.